Welcome, everyone, to tonight's episode of Crypto City. As we continue to celebrate Black History Month, I want to recognize a couple of trailblazing and Black innovators who significantly shaped the realms of the metaverse, artificial intelligence, and Web3 technologies. Their groundbreaking contributions not only redefine our digital experiences, but also pave the way for future generations of creators and technologists. We'll start with Idris Sandhu. He stands at the forefront of digital revolution. Born in Ghana, he's raised in the U.S. and had a passion for technology that was ignited at a very young age. By 13 years old, he was already working as an intern at Google, and he was contributing to projects like Google+. His visionary approach led him to collaborate with the late Nipsey Hussle in creating the world's first smart retail store, Marathon Clothing, which seamlessly integrated technology with fashion. In 2021, Sandhu founded Spatial Labs, a company dedicated to developing hardware and software infrastructure for the metaverse. Under his leadership, Spatial Labs introduced innovative products like the Link One chip and embedding blockchain technology into apparel and accessories, thus bridging the physical and digital world gaps. Really exciting stuff. And then another luminary in the tech landscape is Michael Addix. He's a 28-year-old entrepreneur from Manchester. He initially gained prominence as a talent manager behind rapper H. Addix expanded his vision beyond the music industry, recognizing the underrepresentation of Black-founded tech startups. So he became an ambassador for Digital Catapult's Black Founders Forum. And this initiative aims to support Black entrepreneurs in deep tech fields, including AI, quantum computing, and blockchain. So helping them overcome funding barriers and fostering innovation within the community. There are countless Black visionaries that are working to improve technology, create new technology, and expand our horizons. In fact, I want to give one more shout out to someone who many of us have had the pleasure of spending time with here in the Metaverse and VR, Vin from Naughty by Nature. He had a vision to grow not only his following and his branding, but also his presence. And he came into the metaverse doing concerts and engaging with fans, and then catapulted his reach by working with another incredible Black creative in here, Artsy, to make an entire world, including concert stage, interactive tour bus, living complex, and game rooms, finishing it all off with a functioning retail store over in Spatial. So with much appreciation and admiration, we recognize that the Black community here in the Web3 realm is a great contributor to all of our advancement on so many levels. And tonight, we're actually going to be bringing back some guests from the past to check in on them and see what work they've been doing here in the metaverse. So without further ado, please help me welcome FijiBang, BossLeo, GallaGiant, and James. Fiji, please join us on stage. Welcome. Go ahead and grab a seat. BossLeo, please come. Welcome. And GallaGiant, please join us on the stage.
Hey.
Hey, grab a seat over here on this
So
we can make sure we get the best camera angles. And James, please grab a seat next to Galla.
Oh, word.
Thank you all for joining us tonight. It's great to have you back here at Crypto City. We appreciate you taking the time to come out and join us. I'm laughing because I just looked real quick and I see, James as a robot simplifying exactly what we do over here. And we've got a ninja, we've got a rock star, and a businessman. A little bit of everything showing the diversity here in the metaverse. So Fiji, I'm actually going to start with you because we're going to do a little bit of a recap with each of you to see how things have been going. And then we've got some group questions to kind of talk about working here in the metaverse. So Fiji, you're a hip hop artist, a podcast host, you're VR content creator. So tell us a little bit about the growth of, your biggest project, Trap Street Radio, how it's evolved and, some of the milestones that you've had with it.
It evolved from just basically like a show that we was doing inside of Club Truth. So I got the banner over my head. Started in Club Truth about a year ago. We just had our year anniversary episode, by the way, like a week ago, and it was more so like, yo, I had dropped my mixtape, and Zine was just opened up Club Truth. He like, yo, come through on Tuesday, bro. We're gonna call it Trap Tuesday. We want you to host it. So it started off as a one-time event, and then it went from that to we had such a crazy turnout. He like, yo, bro, let's try to do it next week. And then we did it the second week. We did it the third week. We had like every week we was having artists come in and perform. It was basically like a concert, and I would just host a club event. Then it turned from that to I'm like, yo, what if I just like interview the artist and then have him perform? And he was like, yo, that'd be crazy. I said, yo, we gonna keep this. We gonna keep it Trap Tuesday. We gonna call it Trap Street Radio or something like that. And now he was like, yo, that'd be a crazy name, and it just took on its own identity. And it is like it just kept going. It kept going. Next, you know, we did the Trappaganza pay-per-view concert in August. We sold out with that. Then we just did another one this January. We got something else planned for y'all soon. We just doing it now. Now instead of just doing the interviews and the performances, I'm playing live music, underground music videos like hip hop, R&B. I'm live streaming every week, so it's just taking its own identity. It's just growing as it grows. Every week it's just a new thing.
That's great. I love to see that you took just something that was a passion and idea, grown it into something that not only is, capitalizing on your branding, but you're bringing people from the community in too to showcase their talents and talk to them and get their perspectives, which is great. Have you found that, doing this has actually had an impact on your own, musical career outside of here?
Honestly, I feel like today actually, I've been streaming. I've been doing like a lot of Twitch streaming lately. So today I was on one of the streamers' Twitch. I didn't know he did music. So I'm like, yo, bro, you do music? Let me see your music. He dropped the video. Then he like, yo, I'm like, yo, play my video. And he did like a reaction video to it. I'm gonna post it later, and he was like going crazy, like, yo, your music is crazy. But everybody that I show Trap Street Radio to, like the actual episode, it bugs them out because they think it's like a video game. And so I'm like, yo, I go to the commercial break and then it plays a real music video, or it shows a real commercial, or it shows a real business sponsoring the word of the week. So I'm basically trying to cross. I feel like we all trying to do the same thing to an extent. We might got different brands or different approaches, but we trying to bridge the gap between technology inside and outside.
Nice.
We all,
I love
you
it.
ask me, you're doing a great job, honestly.
I think so too. I think you're doing a great job, and your name is well known now between multiple platforms. So congratulations on that as well. So, BossLeo, let's talk a little bit about, so you're the founder of the Diamond Resilience. You're a mentor here in the metaverse, and you're also a content creator and a world builder as well. So tell us a little bit about, how the Diamond Resilience has expanded since the last time you were on the show, and anybody that you're working with that maybe you might want to promote while you're here.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you again for bringing me back on the show. It's always a pleasure to be here and to support the amazing work that you're doing here. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah, we actually not too long ago just celebrated our 1 year as a metaverse entity in December of last year, and just reflecting how far we have grown in this space from what started out with just doing Gen AI iterations. And just seeing it grow all together. So one thing I'm really excited about, which was a personal milestone for myself, was that I made my first 5K month, which for me allowed me to replace my original full-time salary. We still need to do that again. But for me, that was a really big milestone to tell myself that it was possible, that you can really make it happen. And last year has been the first year after so many years of doing entrepreneurship, really having a profitable business. And not too long ago, recently, I was joking with a friend of like how I went from like scratching my head, figuring out like what am I doing? Am I doing the right thing, to now that I'm having pre-seed conversation with investors to really build this vision on a technology platform. And I'm really excited for that. So we are growing at a fast rate. I'm a team of 5 now. I'm expanded my networks, and I'm growing a very supportive community, and I'm really excited for us taking this to the next level with the Diamond Resilience. And we have 2 big initiatives coming up this year that's really taking my vision for the Diamond Resilience to that next phase. One is building out the community ecosystem and the actual platform to support it, it being fully decentralized on its own blockchain technology. And I'm excited for where that's going. I've gotten my first corporate sponsor. I'm now official accreditation agency where the first diamond jewels are now able to become certified blockchain professionals in this space. In Web3 XR, which is a very huge deal for people to make what we do into a career. And with the recent change in administration, now more than ever, a lot of people are looking into blockchain. They're looking to XR, and to be at the forefront of that, to allow people to make a career and make a salary out of that. I'm really proud of how we've grown to be in that platform of choice. And I'm partnering with some really big name organizations out there to make it happen. So it's been feeling like a long journey, but I'm really happy of the little milestones that we're making to build a solid foundation and to grow on. And now we're just building out the vision of the Diamond Resilience for everyone to see in the fall. So the official pathways for a career will be launching in the fall. And the second cohort for startups, for those who are wanting to launch their businesses through the Diamond Resilience, will be launching in the fall through our career accelerator, where we'll be hosting our own hackathon there. So I'm so excited for the programs that I'm putting in place. Going on.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're putting some really strong programs in place and initiatives in place to support the movement that is about to happen in this space. And I'm more happy than ever to be here. And I'm very grateful for the community behind me that allowed me to really do this.
That's beautiful. I love hearing the growth itself for you has been massive. So that is what we want to hear from people, that they're coming back and they're following through with what they start and they're getting it done. That's so good. And at the end of the episode, of course, we'll always put up the contact information. So for any of you who are out there who are, have a vision, have a dream, something you want to pursue, she's probably the perfect person for you to chat with and at least get on track of how to do that here in the metaverse. So let's shift over here, and from the business end of it, let's talk to somebody who's full of fun in the metaverse. So Gala, you are doing so many different things, but they're all like entertaining and wild and crazy, and so much enjoyment that you bring into the crowd. So between Anything Goes, your game show, and then you have MK Ultra, which is like my nightclub that I hang out at. Love it.
Yeah.
And then you're also doing video content. So tell us a little bit about, not only what you're doing, but, how you've been able to grow these ideas into, what they are today.
I'm just having a lot of fun. I have no background in any of this except for events. I do events in the real world, but I have no background in building things or making things or anything like that. So I'm just having a lot of fun. With the game shows, it's kind of a reflection of stuff that I probably wouldn't try in the real world because it's so costly and storage is out of this world, just to see if it even works. So in here, I get to try something and, just go ham on it and just sit there and laugh and say, oh, that was pretty fucking stupid, and and just have a good time with it. But at the end of the day, what we're doing is we're generating, people, we're generating views, we're taking all the numbers and stuff behind the scenes. But we're also testing things like MK Ultra is a nightclub I have in Horizon Worlds. And I'm able to test mixes that I'm actually using in the real world for experiences that are all hooked to a computer, a little bit more complicated. But essentially what I do is like we'll say Taylor Swift, for an instance, I'll be able to program a mix that transforms the entire environment. It could be a bar, club, whatever, with projection, lights, all that stuff syncopated to something I've already tested out to see if people liked. And that's kind of cool to be able to do that from my house instead of just, in the real world. A couple of years ago, what I would do is I would make the mix and then I would go in public and see what happened. And that's a horrible feeling. But it's cool to be able to test these things out here and, and have fun while we're doing it.
And then you've dabbled a little bit with these fun music videos that you're doing. So you're kind of combining a little bit of AI with a little bit of world creation and kind of mixing everything up and coming out with some fun projects just for entertainment too.
Yep. These videos are a reflection of my youth. We used to, as friends, all of us had a different piece. Like a friend had the recording studio, the friend had the bass, a friend had the drums. We would make a stupid song over like maybe a weekend or a whole week. But now I get to make a stupid song, in minutes and then film a stupid video in like an hour and then edit it and then throw it out. So it's really cool to be able to do that in Web3. And it's been this liberating kind of feeling. And City's been a part of a lot of the videos. Shout out to City. Without City in the background, there would be nobody in these videos. So
that's not true. That's not true.
It's so true.
It's been so fun
true.
though. It's been fun.
It has been fun. It's been super fun.
And one of the things that you're doing, that all of you are doing up here on the stage, is that you're bringing these visions that you have to life, but you're including people from the community, whether it's people who are coming as guests to be on your show or as, patrons at the club or involved in the video creation. I mean, it's nice to see that you're having people join you, people are getting excited about all these different projects, which is really cool because it's not only bringing us all together. I mean, we are a really good community here in the metaverse. And for the most part, everybody who is building, teaching, creating content here is sharing it with everyone else and also collaborating on many levels. But then there's things where this person's building and has a question. There are resources here that people can go and ask, like Kip, like DJ Marcus, like Second Life Rich, and be like, hey, have you encountered this? I'm trying to do this thing. Oh, yeah, you just got to do this. You just need to use this kind of a script instead. And it's great to see people collaborating like this.
Yeah, and in a social aspect, my shows are a great way for me to hang out with someone like FijiBang, like if I just hit Fiji up out of nowhere and was like, hey, let's go frolic around VR Chatter Horizon, he's probably going to block me. But I asked Fiji to be on my show. It was dope as shit. And that was our first time hanging out, So it's kind of a social tool, if you will,
It's an icebreaker for sure. You wouldn't have lost him, would you?
No. God is a good guy, man. You know what I mean? Funny guy, man.
That's great. So, speaking of content creation and world building, now we move over to James, who's actually metaverse platform building. So James is the creator of Utopia VR. So tell us a little bit about Utopia. And, you were on before, you told us what the vision was that you are building. Does it stand right now? What level is it at?
So currently right now we have the first part of the city built out that's all interconnected. You can walk through every part of the city and be able to interact with everybody. We have our event system up and running and redone a little bit. It's mostly like alt spaces event system. We even have it on our website now that any events that show up that week will show up on the front page just like they used to do in alt space. We're also currently rewriting all of our networking systems so that way we can put stuff together that we could not do with the original networking system we were using. So one of the things we're working on right now is building the old alt space thing where the hosts are in one room, but they can also be in all the other rooms. And that way you can expand out and be able to have more people in your events and stuff like that. Actually, I was just talking to Gala that earlier today too. And then we're also adding stuff. We're calling ourselves a cyberverse now, not a metaverse, because we're doing a whole different kind of thing than a regular metaverse. We're not just social. We're actually adding an actual living ecosystem inside of our metaverse that we're calling a cyberverse. And you'll be able to, like a Sims game or a World of Warcraft game, if you put all that stuff together, you'll be able to go in there and actually grow with the whole community and grow outwards and be able to go fight dragons if you want, or kill robots or whatever too on the side when you want.
Okay. All right. And so in this next year, what level will it be at? Do you anticipate this year where it will actually be like fully functional, and everybody's like moving in? Or do you think what do you think timeline wise you're at?
So right now, our timeline is probably the end of March, beginning of April for us to release in beta. And that's because I want to make sure I get all these systems put in, because we're putting in the guild system, the quest system, the new friend system, a new whole chat system, a VR, a web RTC, or basically a web projector system now. So we're putting all these systems in. I've been working on it for over a year. So we're hoping by end of March or into April that we might have to put some of the features off to them. But that's about where we're planning on being.
Sounds good. So, all of this work that you guys put in, whether it's the music industry, business, entertainment, or the content creation, you spend a lot of time doing it. You must get a little burnout sometimes. What keeps you inspired? What keeps you going that you want to do more? Fiji?
I'm not in a competition with nobody but myself, so I feel like I just be like, I'll be trying to like outdo myself. Like, man, ain't no time to rush. You feel me? Because I feel like this is like my second chance to do certain things that would have been hard for me to do.
Right.
To be a little transparent, like my background in IRL it's not as technological, it's not as normal as a lot of people where I come from. Like this if somebody would have told me like a year ago, like, yo, Fiji, you're gonna be Trap Street Radio, you're gonna be a content creator, you're gonna be streaming, I'm like, nah, hell no. You know what I mean? But it just so happened that I wouldn't have believed it. But it just so happened that I stumbled upon this headset, came in here, seen what the community was about, found my niche, and the community embraced it, and it just like took off, and now we moving. I just want to outdo myself every day. I know sometimes it do get kind of overbearing when you're like, man, but I just push myself like, man, it's kind of easy, like, because like now it's like once you start getting like little business ventures and you might get a partnership, or for instance, I'm a MetaQuest affiliate, so now they might send me some to do some content, so I gotta uphold that contract. When you start signing contracts and NDAs, you gotta. It don't matter how tired you is, you gotta get it done. So you just gotta get it done. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we signed up for. We gotta go hard.
So, BossLeo, I got a different question for you. How about, with regards to community and networking in the metaverse? So, like, how important is collaborations in here? I mean, do you find that, you find it easy to work with other people and bring them in? Or do you find it more that you'd rather work by yourself to create things and then share it with people after the fact? And what are some of the best connections that you've made?
That's a really good question. I would probably say starting out in a space where a lot of newcomers may feel is that collaboration can be a bit of a challenge. And I always go by the quote that collaboration is bigger than competition. And in this space, it can feel like there's more competition than collaboration. There's the gatekeeping. There's a lot of that. And even to this day, I still kind of deal with that I sometimes find it hard to collaborate with other creators and wanting to there. But I still value collaboration. It's just I found that my piece of my way of being able to grow is that I had to do it off platform in order to bring those things in platform, because I'm a natural networking and finding places. It's one of those things that You just have to go where you're celebrated and not tolerated, and you have to just go where you're just gonna keep getting those until you get that one yes. And I'm a product of receiving that one yes. I'm able to get to where I'm at now because one person took a shot on me, one person heard my story and they like what I'm doing and they wanted to work with me, and I just thrive off of that one yes, and I'm able to grow to where I'm at today because of that one person, that one group, and everyone else. And it can be a pretty daunting at first receiving those, but there was this one girl I follow off Instagram, and what she said really struck a chord with me. She said that in the beginning, when you're starting out, the negatives and the no's are going to be the loudest. And it's when you're resilient through those no's is where you're going to make it on top there. And so that really resonated with me and really kept me motivated to keep going, that you just got to find those spaces, the rooms of those people who's wanting to hear what you have to offer. And when one door is shut down and when one person says, no, just don't take it for an answer, just keep going to the next room there. And that's what I've been able to do in this space. I started out as a person that was overlooked, that was ignored. Some of the biggest people wouldn't even look my way. But I partnered with the small people. I partnered with people that I saw potential, and we made something great after that. And now that even though my name is out there, I'm still paying it forward to other creators after me, and I'm opening up those doors and saying, yes, let's do it. I like where you got going. Let's see if we can make magic after it. And that's how the exchange came to be. It was my answer to the gatekeeping and those that were very shut in. Like I'm a rebellious spirit. It's just when someone tells me no, or when people try to go through the game, I like to try to invent something to show them otherwise. And that's why I built the Diamond Resilience and Exchange. Like I wanted to build a space where people can network with each other. They can get access to each other. They can help each other grow. And I just took it off the platform and I went to other resources and organizations to say, hey, how can we be the go-to community for people to get access so they can get opportunity so that they can grow in this space, and it just grow organically from there. So that's how I've been able to grow. It's just finding those authentic spaces, finding those people, and being afraid to say no to people that's not on the same path as you as well. Because I know what I'm building.
So I'm going to throw an entertainment question for you. So how has VR entertainment changed and evolved, over since we first came on? For you, with what you're doing, how have you seen it evolve, and how has that really impacted, how you decide what you're going to create?
So I don't have any background in this, so like a lot of the stuff that I make might mess up at some point in time, like you can test it all you want in build mode and then, publish it, and until there's a full room, you won't really put it to the test, Kip, you know what I'm talking about. And we started experiencing these crazy glitches and things like that, and some of them we were just like, oh fuck, this is horrible. But like after one of the shows, we were kind of like when it glitches, let's just like lose our mind, like let's just fucking go ape shit. So then we did that and it seemed to be all right. And then, so we kind of kept, Gala scripting in some things. And, as we learned that we should be doing key motion for things and just regular animation for other things, we left things at regular animation because we knew they were going to get all fucked up. And, yeah, and we just decided to kind of flow with the water on it, even though now we kind of knew what we were doing. So that kind of added to like an aspect of our show where shit goes wrong and we just kind of go crazy for a little bit. But it was now known, before it was unknown.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and on the technology end of it, like, I mean, we've come from, VR was 2D on a laptop, or you can call it 3D, but it was, you know what I mean? It was not immersive. And then we have the headsets, we're immersed in it. Now we've got AR and VR both in the headset. We're moving forward with AR glasses, and everything's kind of shifting forward. With this transition and people moving toward the glasses, do you feel that this is going to have a significant impact on the immersive experience that we have in the headset because it's lighter weight, it's more simple, you can take it out with you different places? Or do you think that, this is still going to be relative?
I think the glasses are going to make a huge difference because the world wants easy, and that could be something that's heavy, that bothers them, that's not easy. So when it gets lighter, the world will be there with us. The people that say this sucks because this thing strapped to their face will forget about the thing strapped to their face, and they will come out and they will be a part of this. And, I think that that's what everyone's doing right now is kind of seeing how we react in these big ass headsets, as early adopters, because we are going to be paving the way for the next people. And they will be sunglasses, and they will be probably these kind of environments. And I think it's going to be a huge, huge plus. They already have this. They already have the contacts. I was at CES this year, and they showed us the contacts. And they said it's just because they can't get them below like $12,000 a piece, like each
Which
contact.
Is a little pricey.
Yeah, like think if that thing fell out of your eye on a roller coaster, but like, shut the roller coaster down. I'm going in there, motherfucker. Shut the shit down. So. But yeah, I think it's going to be a huge plus. Huge plus.
I agree. I think it's going to be definitely interesting for sure. So James, with what you've worked on, and all.
I don't want to look at him anymore. I glitched out last time. I was checking out his biceps, and I was like,
face the audience.
I don't want to look at him.
So building the cyberverse, as you're calling it, like it's been a couple of years, you've been working on it, and like talk about some of the challenges and the lessons learned that you've actually gone through with this.
Well, there's been a lot, and it's actually been 4 years since we started creating this version of Utopia, because we started back in '95. Me and my team did, and then we just through the years did different builds and stuff. But the main thing that we found that's been the most difficult is to get things done the way the other metaverses are, so that way we can get the base that everybody same has instead of trying to doing it our way. So it's easier for people to transition from one metaverse to another metaverse. That's one of kind of the biggest thing. And that's why I talked to DJ Marcus and Atissa and Maddie and Kip and you. And so I get an idea, what do the features you guys like? How does it flow better for you? If it's a Horizon World's way of walking, or is it VR Chat's way, or Spatials, or Rec Room for that matter? So it's been trying to collaborate with the whole community, which is great to do because they give a lot of good information. But it's also, how do you make everybody happy is the hardest place to be right there in the middle, where you might not be completely happy, but at least it's close to where you want.
Okay, that makes sense. So for the future is, the future is always unknown, but we see that it's coming fast and furious, and every day these technological changes are happening. I want to hear a piece of advice from each of you for people who are brand new to this, because, we do have a lot of Christmas questers that are in here now who have been in here a few months, and they're like, some people are really taking to it and getting excited about it. We're seeing them show up at our events regularly. What advice can you give them with regards to, if they're like, I want to be part of this, not just a spectator, I want to jump in? What would you say, Fij?
I was going to tell them, just give it a shot, man. You can't go wrong. Just try it. Try whatever you're going to do, whatever your plan is. Write it down. Look at the angles and try it. And if that don't work, write another one down. Look at the angles. Try it. Keep trying. Something going to hit. Also, community, man. Try to link with somebody that's thorough, that got a good background, that know what they're doing. Shout out to Maddie VR vibes. We got a couple of business ventures going on, and she definitely, when it comes to planning and being behind the scenes, she get it done. Shout out to people's publishers in the crowd. If you need something done, you need some, she gonna get it done. Shout out to Kip, you feel me? Building, you feel me? Got one of the craziest clubs. That's what I'm saying. Like, you got future. You want to be a workout. You just got to know your community. Once you learn with the community, the people that got position in the community and that's known for doing what they're doing, you're gonna find your community inside of the community, whatever that is. You just figure out what you can make work and make it work. Okay.
Absolutely. How about you, BossLeo?
Yeah, absolutely. Community is definitely a big thing. What he said there. One thing I always tell people is to just allow yourself to live in the moment. I think that oftentimes we come to a space like everything else, and money is always on the mind. Like, how can I make a quick buck? How can I be transactional? And then you tend to lose sight on the beautiful thing that really exists here. I think that if you just come in here with an open mind, open heart, and allow yourself to really embrace what is truly possible in this world with the metaverse, you will eventually find your path, and that path will lead you to do extraordinary things in this space. So just really follow your heart and just let that guide you, and you will find your way in this space. That spark there as well.
What do you have, Gala?
You just need to do it. You know, I'm stuck in a rut of making venues in like clubs and things like that because I think it's cool, you know, and fun. And like, if you asked me over a year and a half ago if MK Ultra would work, I would have straight up told you hell no, you know, because it didn't really work. But then all of a sudden it started working, you know, after we let it go for like a whole year, and I just kind of went in and started hitting buttons and people showed up that night. And then we just have literally like never stopped. So it's like, if you think it's dope, you got to remember you're like everyone else on this planet too. Like, everyone else is going to think it's dope. So just keep rolling with it. You're not some like oddball who just thinks this one thing's cool. There's other people out there too, you know? So like, you got to remember that. So just fucking do it. And to touch on what BossLeo said earlier about taking a bunch of no's, like, everyone feels that horrible feeling inside. So like, you just got to just suck it up and do it. Like, and that is the speed bump of life, is that nasty feeling of rejection and maybe somebody else's opinion, you know, but keep going, you know, because you thought it was dope and everyone else is going to think it's dope too.
There you go. How about you, James?
Well, I go back to, because I'm a tech. One of the things that I found out is most of the tech companies, all the billionaires, the guys, Mark Zuckerberg, all them guys, the first thing they tell you is, why did you become as big as you become? Is like, because when people start telling you you're crazy in the ideal that you're doing, that's when you know you're doing the right thing. So just keep on going and don't let them get in your way. Just keep on rolling.
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah. I think, you know, you said something, and you both made comments about, you know, following your heart. And, you know, doing what you think is cool. And, you know, there's billions of people on the planet. There may be millions of people who are getting involved in tech, you know, and even if in your community, there's only a few thousand people that you see on a regular basis in here, there's somebody in that group who's going to like something that you like. And if you're doing it because you're passionate about it and you enjoy it, and I'm not talking necessarily about, you know, bringing a business in here, that's different. But if you're actually doing things in here that you enjoy, your music, your, you know, mentoring and creating businesses, your entertainment, you know, the tech stuff you're creating, if you are passionate about it and you're enjoying it, do it for yourself first and foremost. Do it for everyone else secondary. Do it for yourself, because at the end of the day, it's your baby. It's your project. And, you know, I run a nonprofit, and it means so much to me, the things that I do. And one day, one of my board of directors, I was saying to her, but it's important. I need you for this. And she stopped and she said, let me explain something to you. No one is ever going to care about your project as much as you do. She's like, to you, it's the most important thing. To everyone else, it's just one of many things. So if it means that much to you, you need to put the effort into it and focus on it for yourself. And everyone else will come eventually. So, you do need to follow what's driving you, your own passion.
Yeah,
so that
absolutely.
brings us kind of to, the end here. Let's talk about Fiji. What do you have coming up in the near future?
Right now, we're working on a couple of things. I can't really speak on everything right now, but
Okay.
my Twitch, I'm doing a lot of streaming. I'm basically streaming like anywhere from 5 to 7 days a week on Twitch. I'm building my YouTube up. I'm basically trying to engage with the crowd outside of the metaverse, and I'm trying to project what we're doing in the metaverse to the people outside. So we just had the Bay Misses just had their second annual music awards. I was in there. I was they gave me an award. I received the award. And I was streaming the whole time, and I just was like, it was people having on my stream, and they was like, "Yo, what is this?" It's like just it's like people having. You tell people about the metaverse, and I know we all did it. We all explained to them, "Oh, this what the metaverse is. This what it is." But it's like the reaction that they get when they finally get to see it is like crazy because they be thinking that we just sit here playing a game, we here just doing. But when they see people having events, podcasts, doing award shows, like tomorrow I'm bringing a streamer in from Twitch to my show, Trap Street Radio. I hope you guys tune in.
Nice.
And he saw it, and another streamer saw it, then another streamer saw it, and it was like, "Yo, sign us all up for your show, bro. We just line us up and bring us in here because they seen what it could be. They're like, yo, it's a crazy idea, and it just I just appreciate my idea becoming something that's respected, and then it just growing and becoming what it is.
Absolutely.
But I just want everybody to know, man, the future is now content, man. Make sure we get as much content as we can get out there, and just try to project what we're doing, so the people that's outside can start seeing what we're doing and want to invest and want to be a part of it.
Absolutely. How about you, BossLeo? What do you have coming up?
Yeah, absolutely. I know next week, me and Viva Coach has partnered to bring back our annual International Women's Day celebration and the entire month of just celebrating women in the space. I know I see a few of my diamond jewels in here already. We have Maddie, Peoples in the building. I see Fuchsia's here. I even see a boss out there, Trixie, in this building, and even yourself, CityGirl. We're just trying to give it back to the community of women that's doing some phenomenal things there, and we're hosting that event. And like I said, with my two initiatives, I'm bringing the second cohort of a startup accelerator. And for those who don't know what a startup accelerator is, it's a program for you to work on your business ideas and turn it into a business. And the favorite part about it is that at the end of the program, you get to pitch your idea to investors and to other business entities to take your idea forward. And that's what I'm bringing to this space. Is I'm bringing more businesses. I'm bringing more investors to be able to invest in the community that we have here. And I'm helping to bring that for our community. And then I'm building the career pathways for us to build careers in this space. And that's launching in the fall. So that's where I'm going to be busy with. That's why a lot of people haven't been seeing me a lot. Because I've been building off platform for us to be able to grow in this space as well. And I guess with the whole 50 million creator fund that just came through, we have the $1 million competition. So I might be making a game with some few people. So that will be busy as well. So I'm really excited for what's in store in the metaverse. This is the year. Nice. It's time to tap in, lock in and tap in is what I say.
All right, then. Yeah, we got BossLeo over here with a little baby shark tank. Love it. What's up with you, Gala? What do you have coming up?
So we got another show. See, I'm stuck in a rut. I said that earlier. First step is admitting it. And it's called Horizons Chaos. We did one like a couple weeks ago. It was fun. It was dope. And it's essentially just putting a little bit of information into different types of creatives and literally pushing them on stage and seeing what happens. And the first one was so funny and it was awesome. We had people filling the place up before, like an hour before it started, which was insane to us. And we can't wait for the next one. So yeah, I'm still stuck in a rut. I'll have something new next time, but until then, venues and shows.
What night is the show on?
It's going to be on Monday.
Oh,
but after this,
okay.
after this show.
Okay, good.
After
Okay.
this show. Yeah,
like, don't be my competition. All right. So we'll, on the night that it's on, remind me, and we will tell everybody when we're leaving here to jump over to there.
Yeah, you're going to be a part of it too. You have no say in this. You're going to be a part of it.
Just walked straight into that, did I not? Okay.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right. And James, obviously, you've got, the updates with Utopia. Any other little side projects or any special projects within Utopia that will be launching soon?
One of the things that we're working on right now is a learning center with Maryland University in Missouri. We're going to, of course, bring it back to our metaverse, but it's completely going to be an LLM farm where we're going to create different types of teachers that teach different types of subjects, and then universities and high school professors and stuff are going to put their data into that and teach classes, so kids can come back and retake the class and be tutored by the AI bot, and they can ask as many questions as they want.
Wow.
And then the bot will learn from them.
Nice.
To be able to understand how they learn. So the next subject they come in, they're like, this is how you like the data. So they help them put it in perspective for that each student.
Wow, that's really cool. Very cool. Well, so lots of great things going on here. You see the contact information up here on the screen. We'll put this video up on YouTube as well as Discord if you want to connect with everybody here. Anybody, again, if you're out there and you're a musician or you're in the music industry and you want to maybe connect with Fiji to talk to him about Trap Street Radio, maybe you can be one of his guests on the show. BossLeo, if you're, an entrepreneur and you want to get connected with someone who can mentor you and help you go in the right direction, either in here or even if it's a hybrid between the real world and here, talk to BossLeo. If you want to have some fun in here, you want to be on a game show and you want to go to nightclubs and have fun, connect with Gala.
Hit me up.
Look at you and not laugh.
Hit me up.
Then, right. And then James is, when Utopia is, if you have any presence in here that you want to talk to James about bringing over into Utopia as well, reach out, talk to him. He's got businesses over there. He's got home spaces over there, all types of different things going on. So reach out to the community, reach out to the people here on stage and, connect and move forward with everyone. And next week, we are actually going to be having an episode with myself and Kip and Tinkerlove. And we are going to be talking about doing events here in the metaverse, some of the things to do as like the positives and the pros, and some of the things not to do when you're putting together events, and then some of the challenges that we all face. I mean, technology is amazing and the things that we're doing in here are incredible, but it's not without its limitations and it's not without its challenges when you're trying to do something and technology is not working. I mean, there's that saying that, technology is great until it's not. And that happens a lot when you're in the metaverse, whether it's your own Wi-Fi or technological, limitations within different metaverse platforms. So we're going to be talking about a lot of that different stuff and push out some resources and guidance for the people who want to do events in here or who are doing events and maybe are running into some challenges or need some help. So we will talk to all of you about that next Monday night. So please join us here next Monday at Crypto City. And we thank all of you for coming out tonight. I thank all of you for being on the stage with me here to share your updates.
Thank you for having us.
And we will see you next Monday night. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Hey, Fiji's out there now. I was wondering where you went. You got to type the code in, Fiji.
You got to type the code back in.